Hello and welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Alicia. I'm the owner of Awestruck Crochet, and this week instead of vlogging our orders, I have been dying to crochet the cutest little cows. So this week we are going to be batch making for some of our fall markets. I have already planned for fall and I have so many cows on the list, and so I just felt like this week would be the perfect week to sit down and crochet as many cows as we can to get a very big jump start on our market prep for our fall season. So let's go ahead and get started. When we left off last week, I told you that I needed to crochet a Clemmy cow, and I did work on her and finish her. Here is our cute little Clemmy. She wanted the caramel brown with white spots, and I think she turned out really cute. But since I was going to be crocheting a Clemmy, I decided to already start batching all of the heads for the Clemmy cows that I wanted to make. So let me go ahead and show you what they look like. So I started off with our black and white cow. I decided to use the color Cinder. It is, I believe, a mystical yarn if I remember correctly, but we did a black cow with white spots. And so the head is done and the arms are done as well. I've already prepped the arms as well. That way I can just work on the bodies and they can be almost done. So this part is done for a black and white cow. And then I decided to try some of the new Mama Made Minis yarn, and I wanted to do a white with like a off vintage black look. So we did a white cow with pepper. This is the Mama Made Minis in pepper. So she'll be mostly a white cow with like black or a vintage black spot on the body. And the arms are done as well. I did almond for the hooves for this one because it's going to be matching the horns here. So all of my horns will match the hooves. And then I wanted to try some of the other Mama Made Minis collaboration with Premier. So I did the cow in mocha. So we did a like brown cow with white spots, which mocha is darker than caramel. Mocha is more of a reddish brown than caramel. So you can see the difference between these two. So I wanted to try a cow in the color mocha. So here is what this looks like. And then the arms are done as well. The hooves down here match the horns. So the head and the arms are done as well. And then I thought it would be really fun to try a like two-toned cow, and I have been pushing off using the color Toast just because it's such a different brown and I'm never quite sure what to do with it. So I decided to do a light brown cow with mocha spots, and then all of the other cows have the same color ears here. And I decided I wanted to try the two different color ears. So we have mocha and toast here. And here is the close-up of this one. Cute. And then the arms are done for this one as well, which I can't find his other arm. Where's your arm, buddy? Maybe it's somewhere in the living room. I don't really know. Here's one arm. I don't know where the second arm is. I think it's somewhere probably in the living room because that's where I was batch making all of these cows' heads with their arms. But here is what the arm will look like as well. So we are going to go ahead and finish working on the bodies of these cows. That gives me 4 cows of market prep. I really want to do almost like a rust colored cow because that's also really popular. But we may wait. Like I kind of want to try cedar. I love cedar for the ponies, and I kind of want to see what cedar looks like in a little cow, which I think would be so cute. I think it would be cute to do another like white with the cedar as the spots. So we may try that, but we're going to start with these cows first and see how much we can get done. It's currently about 9:30 this morning. I told the kids we'd go to the pool, so we just have a little bit of time to work before I'll need to do lunch and head to the pool. But I'm really excited for this week to batch all of these cute little cows and crochet some other ones. So let's go ahead and just get started. Let me know in the comments what you are crocheting or what you're batch making. Let me know if you've started your fall market prep, because the fall season will be upon us so quickly, and summer is a really nice time to just get a jump start on it. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I did buy a new tripod so I can actually show you what I'm crocheting and what it looks like through the process. Thank goodness, the boys, I still haven't found that little knob, so I just put that tripod stand aside. I have a new one I'm really excited to try. It's not one that I've bought previously in the past. So let's go ahead and get started now. Hey guys, it is the next day. I left off with crocheting the bodies for all of the cows and I did get them all done, so let me show you. We went to the pool and then we hung out with family, and so I wasn't able to vlog anymore. But I did finish the cows last night as I was hanging out with family because everything was already crocheted. I just needed to weave in the ends and then knot everything, and then I needed to sew on their arms. So here we are. We have the white and black cow, which actually it's not white. This is whipped cream with pepper from Mama Made Minis and Premier Basics. It also looks like lead, so it's showing up a little bit darker on camera, but it is like almost like a gray, like a darker gray slash vintagey black. I still think it turned out really cute, but here is the up close. And then I love how Cinder turned out for this little guy. He turned out so sweet as well. But here is Cinder. It is the black cow with white spots versus the white cow with some black spots. And then we have Mocha here, which I actually really love how Mocha turned out. I think this is a really pretty color for Mocha. And here is what Mocha looks like compared to Caramel. So I think I showed you guys this before with the cow heads, but much different in person as well. I like how Mocha turned out a lot. I don't know why she is coming out like kind of red on camera because it's not really, but still really cute. So we have Mocha here. And then we have Caramel, which this is our custom order. It needs to be shipped. And then we have the Toast and Mocha, which I think turned out super cute as well. So we have 5 cows done. One of them is a custom order. So technically we have 4 cows done for market prepping, which I'm really excited about. That's so exciting to add so many of these cuties. I charge $45 each for the cows, so that's $180 worth of inventory for just one day of market prepping. Technically like a day and a half, because I prepped all of the heads the night before and then we finished all of the bodies. Definitely needed, and I can mark off all of the Clummy cows now for my market prep. I won't need to make any more Clummy cows. I have it all checked off, which feels really great as well that we are making progress already this week for market prepping in the fall. Next on my list is the Highland cows. It is actually the Heart Highland from Mama Made Minis. So very similar style like this, except for he will have horns and he has hair on the top. And his horns are just a little bit longer. I crocheted this cow. It was like one of my first loveys that I crocheted within my first year of opening my small business again from teaching. Heart Highland cow was such a popular make for me when I first started in 2023. I don't know what happened. I think I just got carried away with making other animal loveys that I kind of forgot about Heart and didn't ever really go back. So it's been a really long time since I've crocheted the Highland cow. I think probably almost 2 years now. I remember crocheting a rust Highland cow and it took a very long time to sell. And the best sellers were in a light color, like almost like a tan color cow. I'll insert a picture here. It's been such a long time, but I really want to crochet the Highland cows. I get asked often if I have a Highland cow at these couple markets that are coming up. I want to make a couple of them today. I'm thinking one in steel cut oats, and I kind of do want to crochet one in Toast to use up some more of this color. And then I was also thinking about using cedar for a Highland cow. It is a little bit more on the rust side, but more of a brown color. And so I think that would sell really well. I also have some really cute faux fur yarn to crochet with that I think would be so cute. So let me pull out the yarn colors that I'm thinking. Okay, so when I'm thinking about the Highland cows that I want to make, I want to also make sure that they blend in with the couple of cows that we are already offering so that it is cohesive as well. And that way when they're together, they all look like they are part of one group. So I bought this dappled. It is Bernat's Baby Blanket Dappled in the color charcoal. It has like light gray and then goes to dark gray. And I thought this would actually pair really well with the darker cows, and even like the white and pepper one. So I'm wanting to crochet a gray / black kind of look of a Highland cow. And then I have some black faux fur yarn that we can use with this, or maybe even white. I'm not quite sure what color fur the top of his head will be. We will just kind of have to see. And then I'm wanting to crochet one in the color Steel Cut Oats. The color I used to use was from Hobby Lobby in the color Hummus. It was Hobby Lobby's Cozy Occasions in the color Hummus, which I love that color, but I don't love how stiff it is. And so when Steel Cut Oats came, I just planned to replace Hummus with Steel Cut Oats. But I think that this would tie in really well even with like the browns of the cow. And I bought some faux fur yarn a long time ago, like last year in October or November, from the Knotted Cat. It is her faux paw in the color Oat Milk, but I thought these would pair really well together to use his fur for this cow, which this color cow was very popular whenever I first started selling it. And then I was thinking cedar. So I think cedar would still match really well in the browns. It's not the exact same. This is cedar, this is mocha. But I have this faux fur yarn, which is really messy, but I thought these would pair really well too. And so that is the game plan, and that way my Highlands kind of go with the flow with my Clemmy cows, and they all still look really cute and can be paired together. That is the plan, is just 3 Highland cows, and I can talk more about the plan of how I planned for the fall season later, but we have a lot of work to do. I also have some custom orders to crochet today. So the Heart Highland is going to be kind of pushed to the side. I need to work on these orders. But when I start crocheting the Highland cows, I'll vlog it for you guys. So I will check back in with you guys soon. Hey guys, it has been so long since I vlogged. Exactly, it's been almost a week since I vlogged. Really, last week I only was able to vlog Monday, which we saw for the Clemmy the cows, and then Tuesday morning I chatted with you guys about wanting to crochet some Highland cows, and that's all. I did get started on the Highland cows, but then I was also working on orders in between, and then just summer things happened. Kids wanted to go to the pool. We enjoyed our days, and then we've had to do some deep cleanings. So I have not had any other chance to vlog or any other time to market prep. So now is week 2. I did not release the vlog last week just because there's only footage for Monday and then Tuesday morning. So that's not enough to do a vlog for this style. So we're going to go ahead and keep working on our cows. I need to show you the Highland cows, and then I also wanted to talk with you guys about the fall market plan that I've kind of already put together so that you can kind of see how I generated, how much I was going to prep, and what the prep looks like for the upcoming fall season. So let me show you my Highland cows that I crocheted 3 years ago. When I was crocheting these Highland cows, they were one of my most popular items that I would sell in my Etsy shop. And then as I was getting into other snugglers from Mama Made Minis, I kind of quit making the Highland cow, and part of it is I remember exactly why I quit. There is so much sewing involved with Heart the Highland. You have to sew on his ears, his horn, you sew on his arms, and I think at that point I was just really done with sewing, and I wanted to work on other animals that were just crocheted into the body and crocheted along, and somewhere along the way I just quit crocheting Heart Highland. So here is the before of what I crocheted with Heart Highland. This picture shows what it looked like 3 years ago, and now here is what he looks like. I think he turned out really cute, and this color is one of my favorites, and was also one of the best sellers. I did change the body color just a little bit. The one in the photo used Yarn Bee Cozy Occasions in the color Hummus, and this one I used Steel Cut Oats, which he's got like a little fuzzy on his arm. This one uses steel cut oats from Premier Basic Chenille Brights. And then the faux yarn is the one from the Knotted Cat, which is really soft and really pretty, and I felt like paired really well with it. So here is the first one. He turned out so cute. So here's one. And then I crocheted one with the dappled yarn as well, which I love how he turned out. And he will be really fun because of the different shades of yarn in the dappled skein. Each time you crochet him will be just a little bit tad different and unique. But he turned out really cute. And then we have the color in Cedar, which always turns out more orangish on camera, like a rust. It is more of like a rust brown, but more brown than rust, if that makes any sense. So here is what this one looks like as well. Super cute. So we have 3 Highland cows done and ready to add to the market prep list, along with our 4 cows. Also I wanted to show you them with the cows. So I kept the color scheme to kind of match my cows so that if they were together, they would look really cute. So here are these 3 together, the browns, and even the cedar one looks really cute with it. I did the black one to match Pepper and Cinder. So they all look cute together and cohesive, but also having different style colors that people can gravitate towards. So there is my basket of cows that need to be tagged and put in the bag. And now I want to share with you guys my market plan. So I decided to plan for 3 markets, which are one of my 3 busy markets. These were the 3 fall markets that I've already set up for in September and October. I did get invited to do another market that is in September, so really there's going to be 4 markets for this plan prep. I remember Baubles and Blooms had a cute little market prep worksheet that you could use either digitally on your iPad or print out. I decided to print it out because I didn't want to use it digitally. I like to physically handwrite everything. And so there's a little space here in the front for you to plan out like details. So it says the market I'm prepping for is my fall season. You could do this individually for 1 market, but I decided to prep for the entire 3 markets because the last market in October is Hartsburg. It's a 2-day festival and it always clears out my inventory every single time. I always feel like I start out with a lot of inventory to bring, and then by the end of it, I don't have hardly any inventory. And then I struggle with the upcoming markets because I don't have enough inventory because so much sold at Hartsburg. And then last year and the year before, it just got really hard to market prep for the upcoming markets. And especially last year, because around October is when I got really busy with orders, it got extremely hard to have enough time to crochet for markets while also keeping up with my orders. So I'm hoping that this fall prep, even though it's a lot to prep, will hopefully keep me afloat so that I can juggle markets and my orders, and so I feel a little bit more put together in the upcoming season. So although this looks like a lot and it seems like a lot, I have all summer to crochet and prep for this, and hopefully this goal will just keep me aligned and in check. So let me share with you. I'll flip the camera around so you can kind of see a little bit more of what I'm talking about. I need to move some yarn though, so let's move this guy over. Let's turn the camera around for you guys. Okay, so here is what the original front of the sheet looks like. I did goals based off of each market and how each market progressed. So last year, I think I made at the first market $1,800, and I wanted to shoot for a little bit more than that. So I wanted to make $2,000 for the first market. And then the next market, I wanted to shoot for $1,500 to make at that market. And then at Hartsburg, I think I made a little bit over $2,000. Like I think I made $2,100 or $2,200. And so I wanted to shoot for $3,000 overall for the weekend. And so this is what I brought. And this gave me a total of 6,500, but I want to double that to make sure I have enough inventory to choose from. So that makes my goal about $13,000 to crochet for these markets here at these dates. There's 103 days until my first market, and I wanted to start on June 1st for market prep, which, hello, is June 1st, and we've already started market prep, so that feels really good. And so I took 13,000 divided by 103 days, and that said that I need to crochet $127 daily, which for me is not realistic because I also have orders, I have kids, and so crocheting $127 a day is not going to actually help out at all. I'm not going to be able to do that. This is setting myself up for failure already. So that's why I just said it's not realistic, that I would shoot for $70 to $90 a day. And even if we don't reach $13,000 of inventory, so that's kind of my general thinking. I know $127 is not realistic, but maybe $70 to $90 is realistic, because when I think about my loveys, $90 is two of them together because they're $45 each. So this is realistic, but with the smaller items, it might not be realistic unless you crochet 7 to 9 of them. I guess I can make it work. It just kind of depends on what you're making for that day. Even though we may not reach $13,000 of inventory for the summer prep, hopefully we'll at least be able to get close, and I can still market prep during my time in between each market. I just want the big bulk of inventory to be crocheted before we get to market season. So let's keep looking at what else I decided to prep. So after the first page, then you have the sheet here that kind of breaks each item down. So you have the small item sheet, another small item sheet, another small item sheet, large items, and I think this is large items too, but I broke it down. So the small items, I decided to also go for prepping Halloween items and non-Halloween items within my market prep. So I wrote down what I was going to be making. So my mini bees in the regular color and then my mini bee in the candy corn colors. I decided to make 30, which seems like a lot, but I decided to make 30, which seems like a lot at one time, but it's really not, because when I think about breaking up the market in a whole, I had 3 markets that I prepped for, and that meant I was going to have 10 bees out for each market. So that's kind of what I thought about. I thought about how much usually sells at that one market and how much should I want to set out for that one market. And that way I'm not prepping 10 bees every couple weeks for the next market. I already have the 30 bees crocheted, and then hopefully that leads me into the entire market season. But if not, it is something that I can crochet in between that is small. But I wanted to have a general goal of how many I was going to make. 10 bees per market for 3 markets gives me 30 bees. And that's the general idea of what I had. So I thought about each item, how many markets I'm attending, how many items I was going to lay out at the table for each market. And obviously, if my 10 bees sold at the first market, I would continue setting out bees because clearly they were a big seller. I'm not going to hold back my items just because it sold out for the day. If I have the inventory, I'm going to set it out. But at least I know that I will probably have to make more in the future, because also what sells really good at one market may not be a bestseller at another market. So maybe I sell 15 bees at one market, but I only sell 5 at the next market. So that's why I'm not going to restrict myself on putting out a certain amount at each market, but I wanted to have a general idea of, okay, usually only 10 bees sold, I'll only make 10 for that market, that kind of general idea. So after I wrote down the item, how many quantities I was going to make, the goal, how much it cost, and then I also wrote down here how much money it was going to make altogether. $10 for 30. Oh, actually that doesn't make sense. This would be 300. I definitely didn't do my calculation right. I don't know why I put $30 here. I think I did like $30 for each market, but really 30 times $10 is 300. And then here I just marked off each one. So each one had 5, and I just highlighted how many I was planning on making so I could just cross off the highlighted items. So here is the small items. I'm not going to go down everything on the list. I just wanted to give you a general idea of what I wanted to crochet. Even for the Mabel chickens, I kind of wrote which colors I wanted to focus on and how many I wanted to make of each. So 4 of each color, 20 chickens altogether because I still have some, and things like that. So here is the small item sheet. And then we did more small items like mini pumpkins, small pumpkins, mini whales, the Fable Friends, and how many of each I wanted to crochet, the Fable babies. And then I broke it down to mini and itty loveys. So these are all of the itty sizes that I wanted to crochet and with how many. So again, if I make 6 and I set out 2 for each market, for 3 markets, that gives me a 6. So that's kind of what I was thinking for this. And then I broke it down into regular size loveys. And see, I've already done some of the market prep. So my goal was to make 4 Clemmy cows. I just crossed them off. And then I put Highland cows here because I forgot that I actually made, when I was looking through my checklist, I couldn't find it. So I thought I didn't include it. So I added it here. But then I realized I actually did include it here. I just put it as Highland cow. So I've already checked those 3 off as well. So here's this. And then I just did plushie items too. And then I added blankets, which blankets I possibly wanted to bring, what type of flowers I was hoping to make, which plushies from Mama Made Minis I wanted to make, and things like that. So that is my goal and my planning behind my market prep season. I'm prepping for 3 to 4 markets for the fall season. And hopefully that gets us quite a bit of inventory to crochet and make. We've already got a jump start on it, even though today is June 1st. So today is the official day to start market prepping for the summer until my first fall market, which is going to be September 12th. So I am going to keep working on cows because we did not get a chance to finish them. Looking at my orders for this week, I don't have a ton of time to market prep, so I'm just going to squeeze in what I can. Up next on my list, I want to crochet the Farm Cuddle set. I put in my thing to make 3 sets, well, to make 6 sets. I want 3 in regular and 3 in the rattles. They sell really quickly, so probably that's not even enough. It will at least give me inventory for the Farm Cuddle critters. I'm going to be focusing on the cow today, not the entire set. So I need to make 6 of the cow cuddle critters. I'm going to do 3 regular and 3 with rattles. And I will need to do like some yarn shopping at my local Walmart to see if they have my original whipped cream. I just have a little bit of whipped cream from each color available. So all 3 of these are different colors, and it's not enough to crochet like a baby Della duck, I don't think, with, but it might be enough to kind of batch some of these cuddle critters and the cows, especially because probably the cows won't all be set out at one time for each market. As they sell, I'll just place out another one. So people won't really be able to tell that they're different when they are shopping. They'll just pick up the cow if that's what they choose to shop for. But these 2 are different. This one is the wider version of whipped cream that was sent to me. This one is a little bit more slightly yellow than this one, but even these two are not the same either. They're just a hair different, but you'll be able to tell when they are put side by side and crocheted in the round together that they are different. So I have to separate all 3 of these and use them for 3 separate items, which I think we're just going to prep with Farm Cuddle critters with the cows. It'll be quick and easy. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get started on that. And then we'll probably have to go to Walmart and see if we can find any more of our whipped cream. The last time I went there, I did find the exact whipped cream color that I was hoping for, because they also have a very, very yellow and stiff situation for whipped cream at Walmart too. So I don't want to place an online order and get stuck with the stiff one. I will have to go and shop myself. So let's just go ahead and get started. We're going to be working on the cow cuddle critters. I think I will start with the 3 regular and then move to the rattles, or do one of the other. I haven't decided exactly yet, but we're gonna see how many Cuddle critters we can get out with this yarn, and then I can stash bust some things without this being hoarded on my shelf. We can use them up. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm gonna move to the couch and crochet. Hey guys, it is 5 o'clock and we need to do a check-in. So sorry, I need to hold the microphone because my laundry is going, the washer and the dryer are going. So hopefully you hear more of me and less of the background noise, but let's do a check-in. I was able to get 3 of these little cows done. They're not completely finished. I still need to weave in the ends and they do still need their horns, but they are pretty much done and I'm really excited about them. So these ones do not have the rattles. They just have safety eyes, so they are regular. And then here is my third one here. Looks like she has got hair when I whip her around like that. I still need to tuck in the ends. I still need to do their horns. And I still have 3 of the rattle cows to crochet and make as well. I forgot that I had some more of the whipped cream yarn like this. So I actually haven't even touched the whiter version of whipped cream, but I forgot I had a skein in my basket of yarn in the living room. It was such a mess to detangle, and also a long time ago, it's been months now since I've had this yarn, but Madden got a hold of scissors. He's my littlest one, and he cut so many strands of this skein on top of it being a mess that not only did I have to wind it up and go through it, but I also have small mini sections from where he started to cut and where he ended the cut. So we still have a little bit of yarn left from the skein that he cut. So we're going to work through this first, but I did do yarn shopping. I found 3 more skeins of yarn at my local Walmart, the kind that I actually like. For whatever reason, I thought it was whipped cream, but it is vintage white. And it is very similar to this. We have the skeins of yarn from Walmart, so I can continue working on all of the cows. I also started an order for a large Jella duck that needs to go out tomorrow. So I've done so many things, along with tidying up the house, taking care of the kids, and of course starting the laundry and folding, which I dearly dread. So now we're going to get back on to crocheting. Oh my gosh. Now we're going to get back to crocheting these cute little cows while I make some dinner, and I will check back in with you guys with the progress. Okay guys, let's check in and see the progress of our little cow Cuddle critters. I did get them finished. I finished them up this morning and a little bit in the afternoon, but here are the 3 regular ones with the safety eyes. They turned out so cute and I love them so much. And then we have our 3 rattles also done. So I have the 3 sleepy cows done as well. They have their little embroidered eyes, which turned out so cute. I have gotten questions before in the past. I put 3 rattle inserts into the cow Cuddle critter with the sleepy eyes. This just makes it really safe for kids, and that there's no choking hazard like with the safety eyes that could potentially be. So here are the rattle inserts. I'll link it down below for you. There's 100 in a bag, and they are the 22 millimeters. So I stick 2 in the body and 1 in the head. I have also stuck 4 in here total with putting 2 in the head, but today, or this time around, I just decided to put only 1 in the head to make it super easy. It's not like super extremely loud, but it's not super quiet either. Like, you can definitely hear it, but it's not going to be heard probably across the room. I don't know if that makes any sense. So you can hear it. It's just not overly loud, and it's not overly loud like this is. It's more of a subtle, quiet rattle, but the baby can definitely hear the rattle when they are playing with it, and so I am totally fine that it's not extremely loud. So we have our 6 cow Cuddle critters all done, 3 regular, 3 with the rattles, and we are going to be moving on to the next The next thing, I really don't know what I want to crochet and make because I'm on week 2 of crocheting the cows. I am starting to be a little bit done with it, honestly, but I know I need to still keep market prepping. So I haven't decided if I want to make the little Crosby cow plushie for Mama Made Minis or the little cope cow knotted lovey with overalls. So the cope cow is a bigger size than the mini climmies, and the overalls sell really well for me, and I bought some new yarn to do the overalls. I just can't decide if that's what I want to do right now because I recently just crocheted 2 of them last week for orders, and yeah, I don't know. And then also I have Itty Charlie, which I don't really feel like crocheting Itty Charlie right now either because I just did Clemmy and it's very similar except for it just doesn't have knotted legs. So I'm feeling a little uninspired right now of what to crochet. So I'll probably just take the evening off and just make this our update. I have 2 orders that I need to work on. They are elephants. So I'll probably just crochet the elephants because it's something that needs to be done. And hopefully then I can become inspired again of what to crochet or at least what color combinations I want to use so that I can make it. We are also running into like all the birthdays coming up this week. Maddox turns 5 on Thursday and today is Tuesday. So yeah, we have not only his birthday, but we have my niece's birthday. Mia has a birthday party this coming weekend, and my friend also has a birthday party. So we have 4 birthday parties to go to this week, and they will be for Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So it'll be a little bit different to like vlog the rest of the week because we're just kind of in and out of time. So it may just be where I show you the colors, talk to you about what I want to work on, and show you a little glimpse and then the final look. I haven't decided what that's going to look like with just our busy schedule with the birthdays, but I will check back in with you guys with what I decide to crochet. And so I'll probably check back in with you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it has been almost 3 weeks and I did not get inspired to crochet again. Life just started happening and I needed to take care of those things along with orders, and kids being home for the summer has been a little bit challenging of finding time to crochet and finding time to enjoy summer activities. And so it's been quite the challenge to juggle everything while kids are officially home for summer. So we did not get as much market prep started, but I am really proud of the things that I was able to crochet. I got all of the Clemmy the Cow snugglers done that I wanted to get done. I got all of the heart Highland cow snugglers done. So we made 3 Highland cow snugglers. We made 4 Clemmy cow snugglers, and I got all of my batching done for the cow Cuddle critter in both the rattle and the regular eyes. So that feels really nice as well. So we did reach some market prep goals, but we did not continue working on anything else cow related. I just was not able to do that and juggle everything else. And I have had to push back the vlog because of everything with life. And I just, I just needed some time, and the vlog was one of those things that got pushed back. So thank you so much for being patient and waiting for the vlogs. We're rewatching old vlogs while you wait for new ones to come out. I am so blessed to have you all in my corner cheering me on and watching these and supporting me. I can't thank you all enough. But I'm going to close out the vlog here because I really need to edit this vlog and get it up for you guys so that you guys can watch it and start something new. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one, and I promise hopefully it won't be as long. So bye guys.